What's poppin'? What's good? Welcome or welcome back. I'm Michaela. If you're here for a vibe, come on and subscribe to become a butterfly. Where are my high school seniors at? I need y'all to come to the forefront right now. The journey is almost over and you're starting your senior year. Give it up for class of 2025. I need y'all to listen up because I have some advice for your senior year. You already know they say junior year is your hardest and senior year is your easy. You have to make the best moments out of the time that you are given. Make it fun, enjoyable, memorable. Craft out those senior jeans. Make that senior shirt. You can even make a time capsule or create a craft box. For this, collect items throughout your senior year. First day picture, prom ticket, football game, pet rally. And if you're on a sport, add your stuff that you have for senior night. And all the other senior activities. If you're a student and you have a park, paint that spot. Sometimes you gotta do things alone, and others enjoy it with your group of friends. Attend those events that your school hosts. Them football game, basketball game, volleyball, the events they just have for seniors, and dances throughout the school year. Make sure you are communicating with your guidance counselor, seeing them in person or through email, to make sure you're on the right track, so you're taking the adequate classes that you need to graduate, and make sure your SOLs have been taken. This is for the people that's in National Honor Society. Keep up with your GPA, and I know in your first semester you get your overall GPA and your rank, but just know that rank does not matter. But your GPA is very important. My advice is to continue with the clubs that you did your previous years. Stop participating just because it's your last year. And if there's a new club or a club you've been thinking about, join it. It doesn't matter how long you've been in that club. And also just apply yourself within these clubs, organizations, to go for the officer's position. And this also goes for my sports. If you've been doing sports all your year, volleyball, softball, and want to try for basketball, do it. It won't hurt to try. It won't hurt to do nothing new. You might find out that you really enjoy it. Now we come with the topics that are very important that people don't talk about. For me, senior year was no joke, not at all. It was expensive from the time I took them senior pictures all the way to the very end. Those senior pictures are more expensive than your every year picture day pictures. You hear me? Usually, you have two different sessions for senior pictures. You take cap and gowns and you have drapes. Drapes come first and use the cap and gowns later on in the year. One thing I recommend for pictures, when paying for your pictures, if you choose to do it through your school, to buy the basic package that they offer. Get your order in. When you receive it, take those pictures to Walgreens or Walmart to get more. Yes, I can only speak from my experience through my school, but our senior activities, we had to pay for them ourselves, and they was not affordable per se by the students. So you're having that little extra money on the side for these type of events. My biggest budgeting was for prom, and only with my senior year. When you're thinking about your price, just don't think about the dress, but budget out your dress, your shoes, your hair, your makeup, boutonniere, and corsage. Ooh, and don't forget about your prom ticket cost. Usually it's the same from the previous years, so if you know, you know, or it's probably going up. Something else to take into consideration is if you're doing more senior pictures outside of school. Are you getting someone to do them, or are you doing them yourselves along with your outfit? Are you wearing something that's in your wardrobe, or are you getting a new outfit? Now, moving along into the more tedious aspects is applying for college or whatever you're going to do after graduation. We have two different college processes, early action and regular admissions. Early action is applied to the schools during October through December, and regular admission is January to February usually. You as the student needs to figure out where you want to apply to and what schools you're looking into. If you want to go in as undecided, or what major your concentration you want your career to be in. And for my college applications, I applied to 5 schools. 3 out of the 5 were out of state, and 4 of them were HBCUs. Also, a little heads up, there are application fees, but if you're applying to a college in North Carolina, they do have a week. They have application-free college admissions. Do your research. There is fee waivers out there. Also know the college process is long. It will literally take your whole year up and further into your summer, and it will never be done. You can apply for your colleges through their website, going through the individual school's website and applying, or you can do it all together on Common App. What's great about Common App, if you fill in for one school, it usually goes for all the schools that you have on your list. Some schools do have that you turn in a college essay. It is not hard. Essays are not that hard. Or SATs and ACT testing. Sometimes it's not optional, but most schools are going test optional. But it comes with you will not be getting any merit scholarships. All those questions you getting from your family will never end. Will never. I bet you they started in July asking you about your future. Once school starts, they're going to ask about, did you apply to colleges? Are you looking for scholarships? Are you turning your work in? How's your GPA? This, that, and the third. And it will never end. Now, speaking about multiple questions being asked, here we are with your financial aid and your scholarships. Yes, FAFSA did do a new update this past year. So good, and they should open in January. Unless you have someone in your family that's been doing the FAFSA application for years and years with their different children, or even your parents are in school, I recommend you going to them FAFSA workshops and getting help whenever it comes out. With the FAFSA in this new program, the college process to FAFSA, you're still going to need to send in your documentation, which can take forever. Scholarships are out there, but you have to do your research. Some scholarships start in October, November, December. They have a few. Look at the deadlines, but most don't come out till January. It matters on how your guidance department works, if they're giving you the helping hand by giving you like different sites and the different paperwork for different scholarships. Here are a few to be looking out for: Coca-Cola, Honda, Sally Mae. Different sororities also have scholarships: Delta Sigma Theta, Delta Gamma Kappa, Omega Phi Psi, and Alpha Kappa Alpha. All scholarships are asking you the same question over and over and over again, but they're worded different. I recommend doing some type of resume. I will have mine right here of what I use, and it kept on track all my extracurricular activities, very detailed, the grades I did my activities in, and what I did inside that organization, my volunteer. Yes, not everyone works during their high school, but everyone should have volunteer hours. If you just have one or two, or you have one big organization that you volunteer multiple hours, add that. It's very important to keep up with all your documents that you are using throughout this college process, scholarship. If it's necessary for you to create a more business email instead of using your personal email all the time, have one that you use for college and you use for your email, so you won't be scrolling through junk mail trying to find the important mail. Keep up in Google Docs or on a flash drive all the essays you done wrote, title them to kind of be specific on what they were asking, because you're going to be using those over and over again. I use like the same 6 essays about leadership, about my character, about the deservement of this scholarship. Why do I need it? Over and over again. I will make copies and change it up, add some more info, a matter of the word limit. It comes to keeping up with the scholarships you apply to. I use Excel. Use what's comfort for you, a notepad, pencil, and paper. Write down the scholarship name, contact information, email, phone number, and the person, the due date, if you turned it in, if you received it or not, what is the amount of money you're receiving, and how would you receive it? Is it a personal check to yourself, or is it again directed to your university or college? All that information. Keep the forms. If they're PDFs, make sure they're kept on a flash drive or your laptop as well, somewhere that you can look back, because most of the time your scholarships are non-renewable, but you can always reapply. Some takeaways about scholarships: put in the effort into your essays. Explain the best you can about your situation, about your characteristics of yourself, and stay on topic of what they're asking you for. I almost forgot the most important thing when it comes to scholarships is your recommendation letters. Recommendation letters. Do not be going to a teacher that you don't like, you didn't care for, you didn't pay attention in their class. You should have teachers, guidance counselors, people outside your family, people from church, or people from your volunteer to ask for recommendations when it comes to that time. You should have a pick of several. 5 to 7 is a good. Now, you're not supposed to look at your letters, but you can always open the envelope, read what they have, put in a new envelope, and sign. It has to be a signed, a sealed envelope, so it just has to have their name on it. Or if you ask them to send it through their email, you just print it off yourself, and you don't even have to tell them it has to be sealed. You'll just write their name. It's very good to see and also keep a letter, a form of their recommendation, so you don't always have to keep going back to them, asking them, can you write this recommendation? I have the copy that you previously wrote that you're probably going to use again. Retype it, change the scholarship name. That's all you have to do. This is the final key point. I would do more paper scholarships than online. Now, yes, online is like quick, simply, but no, because all them attachments you're going to have to download and put them on there. But if you can print off the application, fill in the information, and mail it, I would do that. I know that was a lot, but it was some good information to start off your senior year right. And don't stress. We're not stressing over here. We're going day by day. We're going to take it time by time. Finish your college application and rest your mind. Still do your schoolwork. Then you're going to worry about financial aid. And now you're going to start focusing on them scholarships. Take it time day by day, moment by moment. Celebrate your big wins, your little wins. I got this. We're going to see y'all walk across that stage May, June 2025. Peace out, my beautiful butterflies.